Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of most ages.
We are an uncensored comedy podcast
covering a wide variety of movies and film.
I'm Ace.
I'm Con.
And I'm Droid.
And we are
Movies for the People.
All right. So where have we been?
I don't know.
I think Droid's been in airport hell.
Oh my God.
We had to take a slight break due to some unfortunate family events and a really awful return trip from there.
It was so shitty. It was so bad. Like, I went home for a funeral and a family member died on the day of the funeral. And then my mom was in the hospital for like 3 days. And the doctors were being assholes. And I was like, no, but they were like, I know people who were like medical officials. They're like, cool. But like, this guy was just being an ass. And like, I'm not going to put a name out there, but he wouldn't. Anytime somebody else would come in the room, he would act super different.
You should put his name out there and I'll slander him.
It was just so frustrating. And then I ended up having to stay because they were going to do this procedure on my mom. And then I stayed and they're like, actually, we're not going to do this procedure. And I was like, what the fuck? So I just stayed. And then we had to get on the fucking plane to come back and that shit got canceled. And then went to the airport the next day and they started canceling shit right and left. And they delayed ours 4 hours. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll survive because the only plane I could have caught had a fucking 20-hour layover in Denver.
God damn.
And then I was like messaging friends. I was like, I'm about to be in Denver, bored as fuck. Somebody come save me. And the only people who answered were either at work or at sleep when I sent them those messages. And by the time I was leaving Denver, somebody was like, I'm on my way. And I was like, I'm leaving. It was, and then I don't know why the fuck the only thing open at the Denver airport at like 2:00 in the morning is McDonald's. And what's the coffee place? Bagels. Einstein's Bagels. It was so
Did
hard.
you get McDonald's?
No, fuck that. First off, until McDonald's comes back at Wendy's for all the shit that they've been going at them for, I don't respect McDonald's. I won't eat McDonald's.
Well, let me tell you this. No one likes someone who's too good for McDonald's.
Okay. That's cool.
McDonald's isn't great. Don't get me wrong. But when you gotta have it, you gotta have it.
No.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I went all the way around the airport.
Convenient.
I refuse to believe that McDonald's was the only place open, even though they told me multiple times and found out Einstein's Bagels was open. So I got Einstein's Bagels.
I feel like Einstein's was closed, but you looked around for long enough and it opened.
That is not what happened. Although I considered it. I was like, maybe I just wait like 3 hours, 4 hours until something opens. I was like, nah, I need to sleep. But now I'm back. So that's cool.
Welcome back.
I'm fucking tired. I've been back a couple days. I just haven't been able to readjust. I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, I'm about to leave, so I'm about to feel the same shit, man.
Hopefully you don't get stuck.
You never know.
I don't, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
Well, why didn't we put out an episode while Troy was gone?
The movie that we were going to see exited theaters really quickly.
Very quickly.
Very quickly. I had something come up the night we were supposed to go, and I wasn't able to go. And in 3 days' time, that movie departed.
I feel like you shouldn't use that word because Departed is a good movie.
I know, it was kind of like,
and this wasn't that good.
Mark Wahlberg walking in with all of his getup on and a silencer and pew, pew, pew. Done. Papillon, or however you say it, is gone.
Papillon.
Papillon.
Papillon is gone.
We will go a little bit into Papillon, and we'll go a little bit into our bin banters that we picked last week.
That I also didn't see because I was in fucking Vegas hating most of the time I was there.
You did see Papillon, so we can talk about that a little bit.
All right, you guys want to kick it off with Papillon?
Papillon?
Okay.
Papillon.
All right, let's get into Papillon. Here's the thing about this movie. I'm not going to give any spoilers just because there's nothing really good enough to spoil in the movie.
See, now I'm thinking.
And my thoughts are it's okay. It's one of those movies that is a very artsy film trying to get acclaim. It's got Charlie Hunnam, who Khan over here is in love with.
Watch them on Sons, man.
And let me tell you
Is that
something.
show still going?
No,
Okay.
that ended like several years ago.
Well, I was just saying I was like, okay.
He's a very good looking man. I get it. But he's not that good of an actor. He's like Denzel Washington, but worse. He just kind of is the same in every movie. He has no range. And
Is that his fault?
that is his fault.
No, I mean like casting wise though. Like if they keep casting from the same roles,
Let me
like
tell you something.
Denzel, everybody's gonna cast Denzel as Denzel regardless.
I feel like they're not casting him good enough because if I was him, I'd switch it up a little bit because this movie was in theaters for 2 weeks.
Yeah, tops.
And he had Sons of Anarchy and the other movie with the monsters, Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah.
The exact same in every movie. Except one of them, he says the N-word. I'll let you guys guess which one that is.
I don't remember that. Okay.
I've never seen the movie, so I'm going to assume it's that one.
Nope.
No?
It was Sons of Anarchy.
Well, that's not a movie. That's a show.
Show. He says the N-word in one of his projects.
I'm just saying
That's less misleading.
this is movies for the people, so we just assume.
Oh, we're talking about an actor who's become famous from TV. We gotta...
Acknowledges past
Fine.
enterprises.
But yeah, and then it's got Rami Malek, who is a great actor. Annoyed the hell out of me in this.
His character was just annoying as fuck.
This movie was
weird.
so boring that me as a straight man was sitting there hoping they would fuck.
I remember you saying that.
Like, I was like, can something happen?
The sexual tension was just so much.
There was so much, and it was just it was a letdown. It was a letdown. It could have been Brokeback Prison.
I don't know. I feel like it was definitely. I don't think it was bad.
I don't think it was bad. It was just boring. It's white 12 Years a Slave without keeping me entertained.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because it's boring. Like, are we just gonna go and talk about it? Because I can talk about specific scenes. Are we doing that?
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Okay. So there's a point in time where Papillon gets put in solitary confinement for like, was it like 2 years, 5 years, and then he gets sent to the island.
Yeah, I actually liked those scenes.
Those are really good scenes, but
some of his best acting ever.
They were slow as fuck, and I get it because they were supposed to be. Like they want to show you what he's feeling as he's here by himself. At one point, they
for 2 years,
right,
without being able to talk.
Yeah, they're like, you got to be quiet. And they literally, it gets to the point where they come in and start beating his ass, and he's just like. I was like, I respect you for that, but bro, calm down. Just, I don't know.
And if he wants to be a real actor, he should have lost more weight in those scenes. Just saying. He lost some weight, but he should have been on that Christian Bale shit.
Christian Bale machinist.
Oh my God. I also didn't really appreciate, what was the kid's name who like joined on with them at the
one
last?
who sucks the dick?
I felt so bad for him because he literally, okay, so there's this kid who basically distracts like one of the other inmates who has the keys, And he like, this dude has been trying to have sex with him forever. He's like, I'm not going to have sex with you. And Papio is like, can you like distract this dude and we'll take you with us? So he sucks his dick in like the shower. All right. And I was like, you know what? If that's what you choose to do, because I thought he was just going to kill dude, which I think he did after they came and... Did he kill him after they came and saved him?
No, they knocked him out and then he kicked him a few times. Oh, they knocked him out
because, yeah, he kicked him a couple times. He wanted to kill him, but the whole thing was like, if you kill somebody in the prison, then you get executed. So like, they wanted to escape, but if they failed, they didn't want to kill anybody. But like, they escape, get to this island, and little dude is just over here macking up the island women. And I was like, look at you, finding love. And then
he just gets shot.
He
was a waste. He sucked a dick for nothing.
These nuns are like, we know God will forgive you, And they made it seem like they weren't going to do anything. And then they called the fucking cops.
They snitched.
And she was like, God will protect you if you've really repented. And I'm just like, really, lady? Like, I'm Christian. That should piss me off.
She was a damn bitch.
I was really unhappy about. He definitely could have gone overboard in the boat. Like, I don't know.
How was it from a just like a film standpoint, though?
The cinematography was kind of great.
Kind of great, he said. I love how you say that. Like, you're trying not to say it was great.
The scenes, like, if they cut some out, but they can't because of how the movie is supposed to be made, it would have probably been a lot better. It was just so long. The pacing was not there.
Well, see, my question is...
The acting was really good.
I don't know how much is in the original one.
Other people.
Because we know that this is a remake.
Besides Charlie Hunnam.
Besides Charlie Hunnam?
Yeah.
Would you want to watch the original?
No. If it's as long as this one,
I don't know how long it is.
Well, what I was gonna say is I don't know what was in the original that's in this one, but it's based on a true story that happened in the last 100 years. So I wonder. I've never read the book. I don't know. I just really wonder what they thought was, if there's anything that was added in that they should have just left out.
It's Hollywood. There's always added shit.
Yeah, but I mean like large chunks of time.
Let me tell you something though. The prison wallets in this movie were packed. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
literally how like everybody had everything.
It was up their ass.
Prison wallets.
They were getting sick.
Money, fucking shivs,
drugs.
Yeah. What else? What, cigarettes? Some people had fucking cigarettes, didn't they? No, because they could just have the cigarettes. They bought the cigarettes. Mostly money. There was a lot of fucking money in people's asses. It was worse than like a strip club anywhere.
Hey.
Some people put it inside
dirty.
their body and they would get cut open.
Oh yeah, the first person to die in that movie, somebody's like, I know you have the money inside you, and he just like stabs him and like cuts his stomach open.
It takes his money.
And the guards just sit there and watch.
Wow.
And we're like, oh, okay.
That's awesome.
That's what's about to happen.
It was graphic.
It really was. And then that dude gets his face like burned on a fucking
steam.
Yeah, it was like on a gate and it's hot as fuck because of the steam. It's, I don't know.
If you like artsy movies, definitely go check it out. If you're more of like want something to keep your attention for, what was it, 2 hours and 2.5 hours?
I think so. 2 hours and 32 minutes.
Yeah, if you want something to keep your, that's a really specific number for not
That's
knowing.
Why I'm gonna check.
If you want something to keep your attention for that long, don't watch it.
Read the book. The book's always better.
What would you grade it from a film standpoint?
From a film standpoint, I'd probably give it a solid B-.
What would you give it as a movie goer?
A solid C.
How about you, Droidy? as a film standpoint first, and then as a moviegoer?
As a film, I could maybe say a B- and a C for movie going.
Imagine.
That's not a common thing. We had this conversation about how, like, generally I'm the more optimistic one, and I'll give shit higher scores just 'cause I like it, which I'm fucking entitled to. But when we're on the same page, that's probably where it's at.
Let me tell you guys something though. I did not watch any trailers or anything going into this movie, so I thought it was about two mercenaries.
2 hours and 13 minutes.
So if you saw the trailer and thought it looks interesting, maybe you should go see it. I didn't know it was about two lovers in prison.
With prison wallets.
With prison wallets.
That's awesome.
I guess now that I think about
What's
it,
your fucking computer doing?
if you look at it, you can what?
There's not going to be any video.
Low disk space. All right.
I got dumb podcasts on there, cuz you need the podcast. I got them on my computer.
Black market that
That's
shit.
just the way it is.
So never be the same.
Bin Banter that week, we had a double feature
That's just the way it is.
of Sabotage with the Governor
Sorry.
The governor.
and Killer Elite.
You can't call him the governor. He was never your governor.
No, he was yours, though, at one point.
He was. I met him.
Did you? For reals?
No.
Fucker.
I went to the Capitol and I brought a pen and paper because I wanted his autograph.
And you didn't get it?
He wasn't there. He was off being the governor and doing governor things. I don't know what governors do.
I don't know what governors do
Lots
either.
of random shit. That,
And then Killer Elite with Bobby De Niro.
How are those?
I enjoyed them. I'd seen them both when they were in theaters or shortly thereafter. And I initially didn't like them a whole lot. Maybe just overhyping them myself. I like old school action movies, and seeing Arnold in a action movie takes me back to being a kid watching movies. But he looked old as fuck in that movie.
He's mad old, and steroids will...
Degrade your body even more.
Yeah, they'll make you shitty.
Are you accusing Arnold Schwarzenegger of doing steroids?
That's like a fact. I thought everybody knew he did steroids. Turbo Man juiced.
Oh, so now you're accusing Turbo Man
pretty
of
much
doing
everybody
steroids.
back then, those days. Watching them for the second time, though, I definitely enjoyed it more. Sabotage, and same with Killer Elite. I just appreciated the way that Sabotage ended. Well, the way that it did.
I enjoyed Sabotage. I didn't watch Killer Elite, but I did watch Sabotage, and I thought it was better than it was better than I thought it was going to be. It's definitely it's in the bin, guys. I'd recommend you pick it up.
Whoa. Wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
it's $5.
What? You never recommend a bin.
Hey, I'm trying to be a happier guy.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Hey, well there.
Whoa. Wow, okay. Too much information there.
Oh, the camera's off. You think you can rub me? Mm-mm.
You're going to have to scoot over and go like under the bar so I don't have to see that shit.
Not today, honey.
Buttercup.
Sorry,
Under the
Hunty.
bar, that's gross.
That's how the kids are saying it now. Hunty.
Of course they are.
Hunty?
Yeah.
That's fucking a little.
But I don't know. What? Yeah, they were good. I enjoyed them more the second time viewing them than I did initially when I first saw them years ago.
What would you say about Killer Elite? What would you give it?
I would give it like a B+, something like that.
Magical.
A B plus?
I'd give it a B plus.
What about Sabotage?
I'd say probably the same B plus for both of them. The cast in both of them were really good. Acting, it's what you get and expect out of a action movie. It's not going to be superior performances by any means, but yeah, I'd say B pluses.
I would give it a solid B. Probably a B minus. It's like you said, it's an action movie. It's something that you can turn on and it'll be a fun little watch. But if you really like Suicide Squad and Training Day and all those movies, Sabotage was directed by that same director.
Ew.
So if you like shitty movies,
Suicide Squad was shitty.
if you like shitty movies,
What was the other one?
Training Day.
Training Day wasn't bad.
Yeah, Training Day wasn't bad. Or if you like mythical Training Day and you like Bright, same director.
He did Bright too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you ever watched both those?
I haven't watched Bright yet.
Oh,
It's literally-
basically Training Day.
No,
the plot is
It looks like it is.
It's-
just
no.
from what I've seen from the trailers and everything.
the same exact plot.
Really?
Yes.
Just mythical.
Yes.
That's a cheap way out.
Yeah.
But hey,
Do you
this
plan on
is-
watching it? Because I really want to tell you, like, when you know that it's fucking Training Day.
I'll watch it eventually. I'm in no rush. I got other shit to watch.
So can I tell you then?
I don't care. I
Okay.
can remember.
So you remember in Training Day?
Spoiler alert.
You underestimate the brutality of this migraine that I am suffering right now.
You remember in Training Day? Was it Brian? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
You remember in Training Day, Brian saves that girl from getting raped, and at the end, it turns out that it's like the Mexican dude's niece, so they let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In Bright, the orc stops this orc kid from getting arrested, and at the end, they're going to kill him, and the orc kid is like, "Oh no, he saved me," and it was like.
Literally.
And they do end up killing him, but then he gets revived on some magical shit. I was like, this is fucking Training Day. If I ever
Also, instead of a crippled Snoop Dogg, there's a crippled Mexican.
there really is. He's like around like most of the movie. He's like the main human antagonist.
Mm.
It's a pretty good movie though. They're making a sequel, and I think that'll be good if they can explore the world a little bit more.
Yeah, please explain to us why there's fucking dragons flying around and nobody cares.
So if you wanted a Training Day 2, well, you're getting it in mythical form. I think we've covered enough of those.
I think we've
bin
covered
banters.
enough.
So this week, we went and saw Peppermint.
Peppermint?
Peppermint.
What'd you think?
It was so much better than the other mint.
I'm more of a fan of Spearmint.
I like peppermint the most.
I like peppermint better.
Did I
than
drink some
spearmint.
ice water?
Oh, you know what's better than Peppermint and Spearmint though?
What?
The Double Mint Twins.
Touche.
Interesting.
Do you know who the Double Mint Twins are?
See, in my head, it sounds. I'm just like, where is that from?
They used to have commercials for the Double Mint gum,
Okay.
and there were these two hot blonde chicks.
That's why they're better?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It works. Seriously, though, what'd you think?
Me, I thought it was okay. I'd
What?
rather watch Sabotage.
Why'd you think it was just okay?
It was a okay story where they didn't really nothing was really too fleshed out.
Right.
It was okay acting. It was weird dialogue from the Hispanic people.
Why was it weird?
I just didn't. I felt like they were making them say things just because they're supposed to be Hispanic gangsters. It didn't fit their characters.
Interesting. Can you give us an example?
I don't remember the dialogue. I just remember sitting there being like, this is weird. I think it was the like leader. Oh, I can't because it's spoiler free.
Okay. Fine.
Don't worry, people. I saved you, even though Droid was trying to sabotage you all.
Sabotage.
What an asshole.
You said it was a good movie, so
It was okay.
maybe I enjoy Sabotage now.
What were your thoughts?
I went in. I think when we first saw the poster for it, we were like, "Well, this is gonna be horrible."
That was my initial reaction, and it wasn't until I saw that it was getting a R rating, and then I looked into it a little bit closer and saw who the director was, and that's when I was sold on it as something I wanted to see.
After that, I didn't really look into it much, so I, for the most part, went in blind watching the movie, and I was just kind of like, I'm probably not gonna like this movie. And then title sequence starts, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking hate this movie. And I'll tell you why. Because like the title sequence is like flashy, jumping around the city, rock music. Like I can't think of an action movie that starts that way that was great.
No movie has.
Exactly. People, if you got one, name it. I'll fucking argue with you. Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna hate this movie, and it was better than I expected. I mean, halfway through, I was just still kind of like, and I'm not really sure. Oh, I didn't want it. No way. I was gonna text you guys that, and I was like, I don't fucking want it.
What is that?
I call Captain. Oh, looks like that. I call Captain Marvel.
Oh, that's fine. I already got my trailer picked. Anyways.
Okay.
Figured Captain Marvel was too obvious, so
It is very obvious.
I went with
And that's me.
I watched it 34 minutes after it came out, and I was like, I could call this right now.
I went with Stan and Ollie.
I was about to fight my fucking cousin. This motherfucker wants to call me at 8 a.m. to ask me if I watched that trailer. You are 30 years old. I'm leaving this in. You are 30 years old. Don't you ever call me at 8 a.m. when it's 6 a.m. your time to ask me if I watched a trailer. I am asleep. Nigga.
I watched it while I was at work. And
But we'll save the trailer talk. Let's get back into the movie before we get off track.
I liked it. I definitely thought it was predictable.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, what was weird to me is the most predictable thing to me was that the new cop was like the inside man.
That's another reason I thought it was racist.
Why?
We'll talk about it later. Don't want to spoil anything.
I just spoiled something. I'm tired, people. I'm
You
fucking
did.
dying right now. I'm not dying, but I'm tired. Can I have one of those cookies? Maybe the sugar will help.
no, those are mine cookies. I ain't sharing.
I've low-key been staring at those cookies for the last 47 minutes.
I went into it with decent expectations. Mostly, like I said before, when I'd use it as trailer talk, the director, some of his previous works, it getting an R rating.
What were some of his previous works?
I don't remember off the top of my head now. Well, he did District 13.
B13?
B13, yeah. I just saw the District in 13 as I was loading.
I was thinking District 9 for a second.
I used to get so frustrated. People, I'd be like, "You seen District B13?" And we're like, "You mean District 9?" I'm like, "No, bitch." The French.
No, bitch.
He did The Gunman with Sean Penn from Paris with Love. He did the first Taken.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
So he has one good movie on there.
He's got more than one. Just because that's the only one you've literally seen.
Oh, you're not talking
I've
about
seen
District
like
B13?
3 of
If
those.
you are, we might.
No,
throw a marker
I don't
at
know
you.
that one, but from the hype that you guys are talking about it, it probably is good.
I've never seen that one. I saw the American version, like we
was
talked
fucking
before.
trash.
Which, I mean, it was okay, but you have to get past the dialogue and everything else.
Yeah,
The action sequences are good, but
did this guy do the American one?
No. I don't even. Brick Mansions, I think, is what the original or the American's called, right?
Mm-hmm. Which annoys me because it starred the same, like the main character.
Yeah.
In the original was like
and English is like
role.
what his like third language or something.
They dubbed over him.
Yeah.
I was so frustrated.
Oh man, live action dubs suck.
And I mean, I enjoyed it, but that's only because I've never seen the original, and seeing this guy's other works, I really want to see the original.
It was on Netflix for so long. I watched it.
13.
I watched it like 20 fucking times.
But I came out. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it or anything, but I definitely enjoyed myself. I'd give it a. Can I give it a rating now, or should I wait?
Just wait. Hold that shit in, bro.
I can't hold it, man.
Don't be so quick to bust around here with your with your ratings and shit.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I almost made a bad joke. I'm not gonna say that.
I kind of want to hear it now. Go ahead, say it. Be quick to bust with your joke.
You remember the conversation we had about not taking things seriously? My immediate reaction was like, "That's why you got 2 kids now."
No, that's because I have a woman in my life.
Ooh, that is true.
Now that was a quick one.
That was quick.
Oh man, I feel like he knew that was coming. And he was waiting.
I'm just like, mic drop. Game over.
Don't drop your mic.
Let me tell you, I'm talking to a very nice young lady on Tinder.
Wow.
I don't know if that's going to turn into anything. We'll find out.
That's like talking to a nice girl on Fortnite or something.
I think it's different.
Yeah, still internet based.
Yeah, at least if I'm good enough, I can make money from Fortnite.
Kids are making millions. But
I think at this point, you're too old for Fortnite, though.
No.
Those kids are like
How old is
13,
Ninja?
14.
no, Ninja's like 29.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
He looks
Maybe
young.
like
He
in
can buy,
prime.
he can buy 4 in
Yeah.
his house next week.
He can buy it. He can buy a lot.
Buy up the block.
He played with the light-skinned god Drake, which is an accolade all of its own.
Did he also... Wasn't that like a big deal because he said nigga? Did he say nigga?
Yeah,
Okay.
he did say nigga. He was rapping the Logic and said nigga. In a
Was
part of a song that doesn't say nigga.
Oh, okay.
Was that
That makes
guy?
it worse.
That was like huge thing like a few months back.
Yeah, but nothing happened because, I mean, his fan base is majority white, so like they're not gonna be like, "Oh no, we're not watching you anymore, Ninja."
He's the first gamer to be on ESPN magazine.
I saw that or heard that.
Good for
One
him.
or the other. This morning, I think I heard it on my way to work.
All right.
Are we,
Trailer talk.
Are we doing trailer talk now?
It's time for some trailer talk, baby.
So
All
let me
right.
tell you what happened in my head when you said you were doing Captain Marvel, okay? You said you were doing Captain Marvel. And I could have called Captain Marvel, but I wasn't as excited as I felt like you were going to be, so I left it alone. You picked your trailer, and I was like, fuck, I haven't watched the trailer. So now I have to do the one trailer I remember that I don't want to talk about.
Let's go. What is it?
Fucking Hunter Killer.
Already been done.
Did it? You did it when I was gone?
No, we didn't
When
record
did
while
we
you
do
were
it?
I did it when the trailer first dropped.
Oh, why am I thinking, did you do the old man with the gun, or was that you?
That was
That was me.
next.
Fine, I'll do Hell Night. I fucking don't want to talk about Hell Night.
Hell
Is it
Night.
Fright Night?
No, Fright Night was with the vampires. Hell Night's a different. This is
Hell
the
Night is the one.
theme park.
Yeah, Hellfest.
Hellfest. There you go.
Okay, first off,
That's
We'll
how
get
much.
there. We'll
That's
get
how
there.
much we care about trailer talk, guys.
Hey, I
we don't
came
know the
prepared.
names of our.
I told y'all I'm fucking tired. I apologize.
You want me to go through mine and you can kind of watch the trailer again, or you good? Or?
No, I remember the trailer, and it kind of pisses me off. I remember it so well.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen it twice now, and I remember it way too well.
All right, so basically, this girl goes to visit her friends, and then her friends are like, they're from out of town, I think she moved out of town, but I'm not really sure. She comes back and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna hang out with my friends," and her friends are like, "Hey, let's go to Hellfest." And she's like, "What's that?" And she's like, "Oh, it's this theme park where everything's themed about hell." And the one guy who plays Candyman is there, and he's like, I don't know his name. I just remember him as Candyman.
He was also, I don't remember his name, but he was also in Final Destination.
Yeah, he was Death in Final Destination. Yeah, but he's there and he's like, "You ready for Hellfest?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have so much fun." And then they're like, "Oh, somebody got killed last year." They just like left the body in the park, and everybody thought it was a prop. And the girl's like, "Why are we signing waivers?" And they're like, "You don't know what's gonna happen in there." And I was like, at this point, I'm like, "Why are you even going in?" At the point I have to sign a waiver, I'm not going in. We're done. Let's go home.
Yeah.
And then this one girl bumps into this dude who's like, "You think you scare me? Because you don't. Move." And dude turns around and stares at her. And then we know she's going to get fucked up.
And the bitch that said that, she's a future "can I talk to your manager" bitch.
No, she's not, because she gets fucking murdered. Probably the first death in that movie, because she is the reason they realize it. He kills her in front of them and they think it's part of an act. So there's that. She's not asking for nobody's manager. The manager ain't coming.
Who made that? Did it say who was behind it?
Does it fucking matter?
Well, it does to some degree. I have a Blumhouse boner. Leave me alone.
It's not Blumhouse. Let me tell you. You know how I know it's not Blumhouse?
Because that was
Halloween.
Halloween.
And I'll tell you why I'm mad that I picked Hellfest, because I could have talked about Halloween.
You should have. You were just talking about.
I love that fucking trailer,
Halloween.
but I've already talked about Hellfest. Everybody, go watch the Halloween trailer. Ignore Hellfest. The Halloween trailer was fire. That's my trailer talk for this week.
It was a pretty good trailer.
All right. Are you going next?
You're going.
You going to save it?
I'm gonna save it. You know us.
I mean, they already know what you're doing.
Do they?
Yeah. It's been said like
you
4
already
times
called it
now.
out.
I control this show.
I picked
They
Stan
know
and
what I
Ollie.
want them to know.
Oh, okay.
I went with Stan and Ollie.
Stan and Ollie.
Yeah.
Oh, good movie.
Yeah. Steve Coogan plays Stan Laurel. John C. Reilly playing Oliver Hardy. You're sitting over there like, who the fuck are these guys?
Pretty much.
Kind of.
I didn't even see the trailer for this. I like John C. Reilly.
Laurel and Hardy are an old school comedy duo. They did silent films. They did all kinds of shit back in the black and white days. They did 107 different short films together. Nothing. No.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, this takes place post-war Britain. And they're just trying to reignite their old acting movie careers. And that's after they've had a falling out and they don't get along and they hate each other and everything. Movie looks like it's going to be really, really good. Kind of like Christopher Robin or Finding Neverland, something along those lines.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited about it. Just watching the trailer and knowing who Laurel and Hardy are. So
I have a sister. Her name's Laurel. I know Laurel.
I know Yanni.
that's cool.
Not good enough.
It's in post-production right now. It'll be out early January probably. It'll be awesome. I'm excited about it.
What about Laurel from Arrow?
She's dead.
Also not good enough.
Spoiler alert.
Everybody knows she's dead. There's a whole
Except me.
thing.
Who's actually dead in that show? I don't know. I don't watch it. I just know people keep coming back.
Maybe it'll be like The Walking Dead and they'll reveal a spoiler.
So Captain
You're
Marvel
dead.
trailer, your pick.
My pick?
Like I said, I was watching it at work shortly after it dropped. And one of my service writers comes up and he's like, I need you to add stuff to this here work order. And I'm like, shh. Like 2 minutes. I just started the trailer. And like I'm sitting there all intently and he's just looking at me and I'm like, it's Captain Marvel. Leave me alone. And I just finish it. And I turned my phone off, and he's like, "Are you done now?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm done now. What do you need?" And he's just like, "You're an ass." I'm like, "It's Captain freaking Marvel, man. I've been waiting months for this trailer.
Yeah.
Literally since the closing seconds of Infinity War."
Me too.
So on with your trailer talk, sir.
All right, here we are. It's me, Ace.
Hi,
Here.
Ace. Hi.
I'm here to talk about Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel?
Who's Captain Marvel?
Whoa.
A superhero, but not
Really?
just any superhero.
What kind of superhero?
A woman superhero.
Oh, she's a superheroine.
No, there's no heroine in this movie, is there?
I don't know. Was heroin big in the 90s?
Yeah.
All right. So the movie or the trailer kicks off with Captain Marvel falling into a blockbuster.
So you know it's real.
So from that point on, I was like, okay, this might be shitty because it's going to be a movie that just tries to feed on our nostalgia. No. I hope it's not. You get to see her, you know, shooting beams out of her hand. I kind of feel the same way I did after I saw the Black Panther trailer. A little bit underwhelmed. Because when I first saw Black Panther, I was like, oh, okay. This is going to be a movie with shitty CG. And it was a movie with shitty CG. So I'm not sure how I really feel. You know, you get scenes of her just being a superhero. You get Nick Fury
With 2 eyes.
with 2 eyes and hair, looking like a man in black. And I think there's Jude Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in there. He's Jude Law, so he's gonna be great. He's Dumbledore. He's amazing. It's gonna be a movie.
So now the MCU literally has 2 variations of Holmes and Watson.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. And maybe they'll get the, because aren't they? Maybe they'll get the new one.
Okay.
Maybe they'll bring Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Oh, John C. Reilly's already there. They just need Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
They'll have all 3.
There you go. There's actually another one too.
Oh, the TV one?
Yeah, a terrible one. Johnny Lee Miller.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've heard it's really good.
The first 2 seasons were good, and then it just kind of became
If you've watched Sherlock,
this doesn't even wipe Sherlock's ass. It's so
it's a weird phrase.
it's not even the toilet paper that you would use. It's so Sherlock's
Two-ply?
amazing.
2-ply?
No, this is
As
like Walmart bathroom single ply sandpaper-esque.
See, I've never
TP.
experienced that. I don't trust Walmart's bathrooms.
It's like Marvel's TV shows compared to their movies. And I'm not counting the Netflix shows.
It's
I was
really
gonna
it's
say.
really
I mean,
more
they're
like
TV shows.
it's really
They're
more
like
like
one
the
TV
DC
show?
universe
They have,
compared to
4.
Marvel.
Really? What are they?
They had Agent
of
Carter,
S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, Agent Carter.
of Shield, Cloak and Dagger, which is actually really good. They have another one.
What is it? Runaways?
Yeah, but that's a Hulu one, so we don't count that one either. So they got 3, and they're all that's pretty much the comparison.
Okay.
It's not anything like the good ones. But yeah, Captain Marvel, we're all gonna fucking see it.
You're going to watch her punch the shit out of an old lady on a bus.
I really got excited when I saw that scene. I hate old people.
You can't just hate everybody.
I can hate old people.
Everybody gets old, so you're basically hating everybody.
And I'll hate myself a little bit more when I get old.
Where do you draw the line at old though?
How old are you?
We just had a really great meeting with somebody in their 60s, so I want to make sure we're talking like 80s and up. Talking here.
When you get to a point where it's just a hassle for you to be around.
I was driving home from work and the gym tonight, and there was this old dude in a car with an oxygen tank while driving.
See, okay, I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop myself.
Respect your elders.
Hey, you know, if they're wise, I'll listen to them. But if they're just like old,
I bet you if they beat your ass, you listen to them too.
ain't no old person beating my ass. I wish an old person would try me. Only old person I'm scared of is my grandma.
Okay.
And I've been trying to lose weight so she don't roast me when I get home.
Oh my god! All right, I think that's our trailer talk.
All right, Ben Banter. What was our movie this week, Droid?
It
From 1990.
The original TV miniseries.
that makes so much more sense. So much more sense.
What?
You didn't know it was a TV miniseries?
Well, I thought there were two. I thought there was like the movie and then the miniseries and then like the new movie.
No, it was all just an original miniseries, and then there's a book, miniseries, movie.
Okay, that makes sense because of how it's cut on the DVD.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, was confusing as fuck. I've never had a double-sided DVD.
I was confused.
Like, never in my life has that happened. So, that was weird. I literally got to the end of the disc and that stupid-ass music started playing. The bing, ba-dim, ba-dim, ba-dim. I was like, oh my god, I hate this music. How do I get to the next fucking part? There's no other part on this DVD.
What'd you think, Don?
I loved it. I'd seen it many, many years ago. Probably like 91-ish, 92, something like that.
I wasn't born yet.
Maybe even caught it when it was on TV for the miniseries. I don't know. It was a long time ago, nonetheless. The acting I really enjoyed. I thought it was a really good lineup of people. And I love the movie.
Okay.
I need to see the new one though.
You do.
I haven't seen the new one either.
I'm hyped for chapter 2.
Yeah. I can't wait for chapter 2. Jessica Chastain.
Just to clarify, because you have seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
Does it end the same way the first part of this one ends?
It's a different storytelling. So it's
Okay.
not like going from adult to kid.
Okay.
It's all just them as kids.
Okay.
And then they come back as adults in the second one.
Interesting.
And you see who they got playing, what is his name? Benji? Is that the main kid?
No, that's
Georgie. You talking about
No,
Georgie?
Georgie's the little brother,
Georgie's the brother that died.
and Bill.
Or Bill.
is
Is it Bill?
James McAvoy.
You know, yeah. James McAvoy. One of the greatest actors of this generation.
He is fantastic. He even makes shitty movies good.
Mr. Tumbus. Don't you ever get on your high horse, James. You'll always be Mr. Tumbus to me.
Oh my god! I need you to tweet that.
What'd you think?
I need you to tweet that.
I will. What I think?
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys something here. All right? I am not a fan of scary movies. Never have been, never will be, because I am a pussy.
High five.
That was a weak one, but it was far.
Let me scoot this over. I apologize for the noise, people. I did that noise free. Oh my god! Take 3.
I've never seen so much trouble.
There we go.
High five.
Attaboy. Fuck it, we got it.
3 tries. We got a high five.
Woo!
Oh,
Was it even worth it at that point?
Yes, it
No.
was.
It hurt.
We were committed to that fucking high five, and we were going through with it.
Oh my god.
But when I was a kid, I was probably like, I think like 10. I saw this movie on. I saw the kids. I was like, oh, they're kids like me. I'm going to watch it. And then there's a fucking clown.
I hate clowns. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I wasn't as afraid of clowns until 2016. And when we had our whole clown phase in America.
Yeah.
Please don't do that again in 2018, guys. Things are already starting to seem like 2016 with all the celebrities dying. We don't need the clowns too. We don't need them.
No.
You know, if it starts now, it's your fault because you said something about it. Knock on wood. No, he knocked on wood. You knock on actual wood. Your dick doesn't count. All right.
Why do you have a heart on? It's a real question.
Because we're talking about it.
You're in a dark room with two dudes and you got a boner.
Hey, you know,
You got some explaining to do.
Papillon. It was. It's good. It's long,
It really is.
and
It
we're
is
not
long.
talking about my boner anymore.
Thank God we're talking about the movie.
We're talking about the movie. It's a long movie.
Well, it is.
It's a TV miniseries.
It's a
so
TV miniseries.
if
3
you can
hours.
watch it in 2 parts, I'd recommend it. You shouldn't. If you've got 3 hours, don't just sit down and watch this straight through.
No.
Let me tell you, that's what I did today.
That's what I did the other day. That's what he did the other day.
No, I did it in 2 parts because I had such a busy week doing shit, helping my old man get ready before he leaves for the winter and everything. And by the time I got to watch it, it was like 10:30 on Friday. So I made it through the first part before I started nodding, and I'm like, yeah, I'll finish this shit tomorrow.
But I think it's great. I really enjoyed the way they told the story because I watched this on TV and like I don't remember it. But when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, okay, I really enjoyed how they told the story of them as adults and then as kids. I just liked it.
Yeah. It seemed really seamless the way they did it.
Yeah.
And for 1990, I mean, that's saying something.
I mean,
It kept you entertained because you're not just watching one story. You are watching one story, but it's not. It doesn't seem like
Right.
just one story.
Yeah.
Well, it's because up until the second part, they're going through with like, you get this person, and then they get the phone call, and then you get what's going on in their mind, which is a flashback. So like, it's like a story in a story almost.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you didn't get a flashback, you wouldn't have any. You wouldn't know why they're going through what they were going through.
Yeah.
And you could tell how traumatizing that phone call was for each one of them.
It was, especially the pussy
Stan?
Stan.
Let me tell you why I knew Stan was going to be the first one to die. I just knew, like, as when they're kids, he's like, this can't be real. It's not. He's like, what did he say? It's not something possible. I can't remember the word now, but he's saying that it's not possible. Even after he's like seen the clown, he's saying it's not possible. And then like they call him. He's like, I'm gonna go take a shower. I was like, well, Stan's gonna fucking die. I didn't expect him to commit suicide. I don't think he committed suicide. I think it was there, but it never really left the town.
Yeah, he committed suicide.
It didn't make sense for him to commit suicide though.
Sure, it did.
Like
He was
not the way
petrified.
he did. Not with the number 7 written backwards on the wall after they had just talked about, like in the flashback, talking about being the lucky 7. It didn't make sense.
Yeah. I know you two haven't seen the new one.
No.
It's so much better.
Is it?
For one, you get the kids a little bit more fleshed out. They're not just like these stereotypes of themselves. You get to see a lot more emotion through them because they have a full 2 hours to
Yeah, that makes
to
sense.
show them. But when Stan killed himself, I was like had to think. I was like, which one was Stan in the new one? Do I not like him? I was like, okay, yeah, he can kill himself. Which it makes me feel like a horrible person that they would make me think that.
They didn't make you think that.
They
You thought that of your own
They made
volition.
me think that. You horrible, horrible people.
Oh my god. Freaking who was it? This movie made me realize how like stupid stereotypical bullies are. Cause like
The new one, the bully is a lot worse.
it was like
Trust me.
Ben shows up to school. I'm the new kid. Doesn't really say anything to anybody. It's like, oh, you're fat. The teacher is like, you're going to detention. He's like, my dad will tan my hide. Ben is sitting in his chair, minding his own damn business, and he comes up and is like, you're dead. Ben didn't do shit. Ben hasn't talked to anybody yet.
Yeah.
That
Bullies
happens.
back in the day were rough.
That's because he's the new kid. And he's just instantly shit on.
And he was like cool.
Ridiculous.
Like he seemed cool in this movie.
Yeah, he's
In
like,
the new one, he is a nerd.
is he?
He is a nerd.
I was kind of, because like when he was talking to that lady and he's like, yeah, I used to be really fat. That was a real butterball. And it's like, he's not that big though.
Yeah. He's fat in the new one.
John Ritter with a fucking beard really threw me off.
John Ritter. I know that
Jesus Christ.
name. He looked familiar.
Problem child.
Okay, maybe I don't know who he is. I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
We are younger than you.
John Ritter only died like 10 years ago.
I was 15.
I was 14.
Excuses.
I was watching Transformers and Iron Man. I don't know who John Ritter is. I'm sorry. Sorry to let you down like this, Pops.
You should look it up.
Don't tan my hide.
Yeah. Be familiar with your cast from your movies.
Maybe. But what were did you already give your thoughts?
I thought it was very long, obviously, because it's 3.5 hours. I kind of thought you were joking at first that it was 3.5 hours, and I didn't know. See, the problem with it being a 2-sided DVD is I like bumped my Xbox controller like 10 minutes into 10 minutes towards the end of the first part, and I was like, oh, it's not that much left. Then I was like, wait, there's no way this story is going to fucking conclude in 10 minutes. And then I put the other disc in, and it was like another hour and 30. And I was like, fuck.
He wasn't lying.
I was like, he was joking. Oh, that's great.
Speaking of flipping the disc, I really enjoyed it more on disc 2. The way he was trying to scare him. I feel like he was trying his best. And he was really working at it. I feel like he was a lot creepier.
I feel like, I think that was the point, because he was like trying to drive them crazy. But it was weird because he was clearly, like, he made a point that he was like trying to get to them more than he was when they were kids. And I don't know if it was just because he was mad at them for what they did when they were kids, or if he did it because they were adults and more capable. Because he was just like, when he got that one dude, the bully out the fucking asylum, told him to come kill people. I don't even know how that worked. Motherfucker was in the moon. Fucking.
He's a demon.
He's not a demon. He's an alien.
He's not an alien.
He is. Look it up.
He's not an alien.
Look it up. He's an alien.
No.
Yeah. And his only natural enemy is like some giant fucking space turtle.
Are
Look
you
it up.
serious?
I'm not joking.
I want to see a movie with this space turtle.
Like, I'm so serious.
I've got to see a movie with this space. If this space turtle is not in it part 2, I'm fighting someone. I'm fighting the kid from Stranger Things.
I don't know. I did like it more, but I thought it was. I think the biggest thing that bugged me was like how he's like going out of his way to do shit, and so there's like so much more going on. And like when who was it? I don't remember his name. Was it like Richard, the one who was in the
Richie?
library?
No, the one in the library. Yeah, that was Richie.
Okay.
Seth Green growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Stranger Things kid plays him in the new one.
Okay.
does a lot.
Not Seth Green then.
It is Seth Green's adult self.
Is it really his hair color change?
No, well, it got darker,
Okay.
as most redheads do.
Oh, okay. He's the one that had contact lenses.
Mhm.
That makes so much more sense because there was a point at which I was like, where the fuck did Richie go? When he's in a library and the balloons are like popping on people's faces, it's just so weird to like see these people these actors are like, they're getting these like blood filled, like fake blood filled balloons that are popping in their faces, and you see their reactions to it, like the actors' reactions, but like they're acting like they're not reacting. You can see like the blood, like they blink their eyes and shit, and it's like, see, this is really weird to me because they're reacting, but they don't see this, and he does. And it's just like weird disconnect. And I was like, man, these special effects just not really holding up at all. I don't know.
They did not.
I didn't like Pennywise. Well, not that I didn't like, I don't like scary shit, obviously. Not on the level that you guys don't like scary shit, but.
I just don't like scary movies. I don't like scary shit.
I don't like scary shit because, as I've mentioned before, I've got a weird fucking head, and sometimes I believe that scary shit could happen, you know? Stranger Things I might get fucking snatched up by the fucking Demogorgon and have to fight or die. I'll probably die, but
Or
hey.
you're going to be walking out to your car one day and a graboid's going to jump out from the ground and eat you.
I'm not really afraid of that in the city. I was thinking about that. The ground's paved. They can't really
It was paved there too. They still went through it eventually.
Was it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Don't fuck with me. Anyway, I this is one of those movies where I got done and I was like, this could never fucking happen.
You saw the call I got.
I didn't see the call you got. You told me about it.
I got it.
And
just so you guys know, like a few days after I watched it, I got a call from Derry, which is the town that movie takes place in. And let me tell you, it says it right under the red number in the middle. Did you call it? Did you? No, I didn't answer that shit.
Derry, Pennsylvania. And you didn't answer it?
No.
Why not?
Because I think it might be some bill collectors. I don't know.
You weren't thinking it was a bill collector.
I'm just annoyed.
But
by
I
that.
think this movie takes place in Derry, Indiana, which I don't know if that's a real place, but I'm pretty sure they say Derry, Indiana, not Pennsylvania. But who knows?
I think it was Pennsylvania.
Was it?
Yeah. I think.
Well,
because they kept, I mean, I don't know. I guess they are both out east when you're out in LA.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maine.
Is it
Maine.
Derry?
Maine.
Derry,
Yes.
Maine.
Oh, that's shitty. That
That's
doesn't even
right.
sound
They did
good.
say Maine.
Derry, Indiana sounds like a real place. Derry, Maine. That just sounds dirty.
I mean, it was. That's kind of why there was a fucking
Clown.
giant spider fucking shit there in the sewer.
I'm interested to see what that's going to look like in the new one. Because it looked horrible in the old one.
Well, that was where the CG really went to shit, was in that closing scene.
Yeah.
But I imagine that in Chapter 2, it will look
Pretty damn
good and probably a little scary too. But I'm excited for Chapter 2, and I haven't even seen Chapter 1. So
You should definitely watch it. Do you have
I'm going
Amazon Prime?
yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it's not on Amazon Prime. Sorry. Never mind. It's on HBO.
Oh, yeah.
So if you
No,
got
I'll
HBO.
get it. I mean, I think it's relatively cheap at like Walmart or whatever too. So
One thing you can do, get a 7-day free trial through your Amazon Prime for HBO, and you can watch it like that for free. And
Really?
cancel that shit.
cancel that shit.
Just a word out there to all the peeps trying to, watch some
Watch
free
it.
HBO shit.
Watch it.
Maybe you can binge Game of Thrones in 7 days.
I'm sure people can do that.
I'm sure you can. I don't think the seasons are actually that long. It's probably not that hard. Actually, watch Insecure while you're at it. But I think we've covered enough of
I
it.
think we've covered it. It's good. I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Let's get into our spoiler review of Peppermint.
So I didn't hate it, even though I thought I was gonna.
I didn't enjoy the scene. with the gangsters. There's a scene when they're talking in the house, and he's like, "We're gonna have to go show that bitch who we are." And I'm just like, I don't like the way he said that. Like I just feel like it could have been delivered better. I don't know if it was him, the way he was delivering it, or if it was just the way the dialogue was written. And then I also thought the shit with the cartel was kind of pointless.
Pointless how?
What did it do?
What do you mean, what did it do?
Like the scene with the cartel, remember when he's sitting there and he brings in his wife to, like, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Get him to fuck her?
Oh, in the cooler?
Yeah. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I mean, he was just threatening him to, get his shit together because he's lost multiple shipments and he's costing the cartel a obscene amount of money.
Oh, you say in the cooler. I thought, okay, you mean like in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Okay. I was super confused.
Well, it's like a cooler.
Yeah, the whole scene with the cartel, like, it did nothing for the story. He was just like, oh, well, it's this bitch that's taking the shipments.
It did because it pushed him, whatever his name was, I don't even remember, to get his shit together.
Well, see, I have an issue with that. While I was watching the movie,
he didn't even get his shit together.
While I was watching the movie, I was like, okay, we're giving the antagonist motivation. Okay, we can do that. But then I was like, he doesn't need motivation.
She's killing all of his men. That should be his motivation.
And his motivation for sending people to kill her and her family was that they were going to steal from him. So he doesn't need motivation.
Because they thought of stealing from him.
Well, the one dude was going to steal from him, and the husband backed out. So he thought about it, but it was too late.
Yeah.
But like the antagonist wasn't someone who needed to be built up to have motivations. Because this is what he does.
He wasn't a main cartel guy. He needed that motivation. He just worked for the cartel.
See, I don't agree with that because we didn't even know about the cartel up until that point. You could have easily left the cartel out and just been like, this guy's a drug lord. They tried to steal his shit, so he sent them to kill her family. Now she's pissed off. Did the cartel even come back into the story? I can't even.
Yeah, they said one time, this bitch is the one that's stealing the crates.
Well, yeah,
and that's what that scene led up to, was that.
Was them trying to blow up the lab. But, they didn't, the cartel had no prominent. They didn't really have a presence.
They didn't really have, there was no need for it. I feel like what it is it's setting it up trying to set it up for a sequel because there's more bad guys out there.
That would just be weird.
I hope they don't.
I don't think it needs a sequel.
That's why I said I was disappointed with the way it ended. I really wished it would have just ended with her dying instead of walking away free.
I would have been okay with her going to jail.
Yeah. That's a sequel I might watch, her fucking people up in jail.
You know what my favorite part was?
Compared to John Bernthal in the prison scene then in Punisher.
You know what I thought was hilarious the entire movie?
That was in Daredevil.
Okay, whatever, but as the Punisher then.
Yeah.
I mean, that episode was basically the Punisher.
It really was.
It was.
That's all anybody cared about.
That was a really good scene.
In the beginning, when the entire reason that they went to the park, to the fair, was because what's that lady's name?
Bitch face.
All right, that's what we're calling it, because Bitch Face was like, hey, we're going to invite everybody over to our house just to be petty so these people don't show up to your daughter's birthday party.
I hated that bitch. I hate fucking soccer mom shit like that.
So my natural progression of thoughts is she's killing everybody that contributed to her family's death. Well, if they had not gone to the carnival, they would still be alive. So she's got to go. So it was hilarious to me when she finally went there and she opened up the door And she's like, and she just like punched the shit out of her. I was like, good, punch the shit out of her. And then she's like, got her sitting in the chair. She's like, I'm gonna burn your house down now. And
I was hoping she burnt the house down.
I was
like,
hoping she was gonna
please
blow it
do
up.
it.
Part of me was like, don't do it. But the other part of me was like, she's the reason your family's dead.
Yeah.
She made that,
And she had
face.
no remorse.
She made that bitch face piss herself though. That was the best part.
That was funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I was mad about the. Well, let me rewind. It was very predictable that the new guy was the inside man, and I just knew, and it frustrated me.
I feel like they were trying to make it seem like the Mexican was.
I thought it was him the entire time, just because I've seen him in other movies where he was that guy.
Okay.
Or he was just like a really shitty cop or whatever, like APV Requiem.
Oh my God, he was in that.
But I feel like that's one thing I was talking about where it was kind of racist.
Hispanic dude. Okay, I thought you were talking about the new guy.
No.
Okay.
John Ortiz, I think his name is.
Okay. What were you about to say about it being racist?
Because they're just like, here's the Mexican guy.
He's got to be good.
He's got to be with the cartel.
Oh.
And they're just trying to lead you onto that. And it's just like, don't do that shit.
There's just like never really a point at which like when she was in the ambulance and she hit the fucking cop with the oxygen container. I was like, well, what if he was a good guy? I was like, nah, he's not a good guy. Like that's what happened in my head. And then as the story progresses, was it 5 years later? He's like a jaded detective. It's like, oh, the job is worn on him. He's trying to be a good guy.
He's obviously a bad guy.
He's the bad guy. Like, there was never a point at which I thought he was a bad guy, and that's kind of weird to me. No, I thought he was a good guy, and that's kind of weird to me because
I thought he was the good guy until they jumped 5 years forward and he walked in and he was drinking. Then I was like, oh, he's dirty.
I don't agree.
You could kind of just see it on him that he wasn't he wasn't the same guy he was. I don't think he was in the beginning.
No.
I don't think he was. But in the end, I think he joined up with them.
They said it was from the beginning.
He said it was from the beginning?
Yeah.
Then I guess he was.
I was really annoyed that he killed the FBI agent. I liked her.
I liked her too.
Yeah, I thought she was good.
Sad to see her go, and then she just gets stuffed in a dumpster.
Oh, those kids annoyed me.
Yeah, they were inconsequential roles.
They keep looking at her and giving her snacks. Now let's throw her into the fucking gang members' hands, and she's gonna be the reason that she has to come out. Follows the fucking Peppermint bitch. I would have been like, kill that little bitch. I don't give a fuck. She's got a bigger mission on her hands than some little homeless girl.
But she's got to show the people that they believe in her for a reason. That mural means something.
She didn't have to say kill the bitch because that's bad for, PR. Just not come out or try and act like she's going to save her at the last minute and be like, damn. That's how you stay in the people's good favor. And you stay an angel.
An angel with gun wings?
With gun wings.
Dope ass pew pew bang bang bang. Wings.
I will give it this. This movie was better than Elektra.
Much better. You know what else it was better than? Breaking In.
I thought about that a couple of times. Still haven't seen Breaking In, but I was
Don't.
like, man, she's such a concerned mother. In the beginning, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Even if Breaking In would have had a R rating, I still don't feel like Gabrielle Union would have delivered as a mother of concern.
I just felt like the role wasn't like it. I mean, for one, no one killed her kids. So it's completely different, like, range that they're going to have to portray. I'd put probably Breaking In this at an equals playing field.
Not even close.
I think she was, having not seen Breaking In, I think she was a good mother before her child died.
Yeah, Gabrielle Union was a good mother before her kids died. She just...
Before her kids got kidnapped?
Or got kidnapped, yeah.
And then once her kids got kidnapped, she was a shitty mother.
Okay.
I mean, she still went in there and saved her kids. She just didn't portray to the level that you wanted.
There was no portrayal, so you hated it.
I didn't hate Breaking In. I just didn't think it was good. I wouldn't recommend you go see this. It's an okay movie. Don't go see it in theaters. Wait for Redbox or The Bin or Netflix. Same with Breaking In. Because at least Breaking In had a better villain that actually was entertaining to watch. In this, I feel like there was nobody that was really entertaining to watch. It even had the same Mexican dude, except he didn't talk in this.
Yeah, he had a very small role in this one.
He just stood in the background looking like a Mexican gang member.
As one does when you're a Mexican gang member.
He's also in Mayans MC.
Yeah, I heard.
I watched part of the first episode. I never got to finish it. I was watching it on lunch, but he was in it. I saw him. Hopefully he's got a prominent role, because I really like him in some of his movies that he's done. But I would give this a B-.
B-.
I would say that if you have seen everything that's already out there, go check it out. Otherwise, I would definitely say wait till fucking Netflix, honestly.
I'd say like a C+.
Because I'm not going to buy it. And I did enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy it enough to throw it into my collection.
Yeah.
If I pull it out of a bin banter in a year and a half from now, then I'll add it to my collection.
I guess we should address that now. If we've already done a review on it, we probably shouldn't do it again for bin banter.
No. It might be interesting,
I think it'd be interesting because it might be a different take.
Okay.
Like, I've already seen, Killer Elite and Sabotage, and I didn't really like them the first time, but I enjoyed them a whole lot more the second time.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll hop on that bus when it gets here.
Yeah. We'll have to be going for a little bit. For like a year.
What if we just found what if Breaking In was in the bin next week?
Breaking In will be in the bin banter bin within
6
months' time.
Probably that and Action Point.
Oh God, Action Point will be there in January or February.
I feel like Upgrade's going to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else is going to be in there. But what you said? You said C-?
C+.
C+?
C++. No, I give it a C+, and I think that's good considering I expected to hate it before I saw it, and I expected to hate it as soon as it started. So, yeah, I think it was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was all right. And I'll let it have that.
I'd give it a C, maybe C-. Around there. C minus 0.5. I don't know.
We're mixing letters and numbers now.
Yeah, like I said, just wait till Netflix or Redbox or the bin.
Any one of those three, I agree.
Also, I was going to say, Con, you said if you've seen everything out there and go see this, but next week there's a lot of good shit coming out.
There is. There's a lot of good shit coming out.
So
I thought hurricane season was over.
Bro, don't. Wow.
No, it's just getting started. You got Halloween. Oh my God, what else is there? There's a whole bunch of stuff coming up here next few weeks.
All right.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Just like this fucking podcast. Great.
All right. You got anything that you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Go watch it.
I'd say go watch it. And go watch the new one.
And the new one. Maybe make a weekend of it. You got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday covered with 3 different discs.
True. Droid, you got anything to say to the people before we get out of here?
Nah.
No.
We love you people. Thank you for being yourselves. You rock.
You're the shit, guys. Yeah, you. You with the headphones in. Not you listening out loud on the bus. You're just an asshole.
You're just an asshole.
And I hope the people next to you agree.
I hope Captain Marvel comes
Ace's
and punches
boner with everybody else on the bus, and that's just weird.
Yeah, I don't want the bus people knowing about my boner.
But
Bus people
also,
scare me.
Bus people, this is Movies for the People. Make sure you listen to us.
Yeah, definitely.
Get your own earbuds.
Do that, but just listen to us. That's the main thing.
Someone give this nigga some earbuds.
Earbuds, man. Earbuds.
But for me, I say just, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ___ for the people. And like us on Facebook, Movies for the People. And share us with your friends, guys. Let them know. If you guys stand outside after a movie talking about movies, tell them, motherfuckers.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Do you
care about us?
Isn't there a Care Bear movie?
Yeah.
I feel like after, if we got 500 shares on something, we should review the Care Bear movie. Because sharing is
Care Bear
caring.
movie?
I don't know.
There's a lot of them.
Are there really?
Probably the big one from the old days.
Because there's only that's what I was thinking. Because there's only one big animated Transformers movie. That's from the 90s,
86.
80s. Okay, very specific, but thank you.
And yeah, follow me on Twitter at @SoBase_Ace. Follow Con over here at
I don't even know what it is.
follow your boy Droid.
I think the Gangler.
Oh my god.
The Gangler.
the Gangler.
Evidently, you spell it how it sounds.
Yes.
And if you can't find it that way, well,
Just find
Just
it on the
look
Movies
on
for
our-
the People Twitter.
Yeah.
At ___ for the people.
that works. You can find me, your boy Droid, at Droid.
Big Daddy Droid.
Big Daddy.
Droid _Waller.
I think this concludes Movies for the People.
I'm going to change it up a little bit for you.
Ooh, what are you about to do?
I'm going to make it saucy for you.
Okay.
You and your boner over there.
Right.
Take that back.
Yeah, I'm a little scared now.
That's what makes you scared?
Yeah. Don't hug me, I'm scared.
It's not the clown standing behind you. It's the fact that I mentioned your boner.
You twisted so fast that for a second I thought you believed it.
It's called acting. If anyone's got any roles out there, I'm available.
You can find him on Twitter at...
@SoBase_Ace.
We already did this, guys.
But now we're trying to promote his acting skills.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be like radio acting. You're going to have to bring back the old school radio television shows type thing. Superman on the radio.
That'd be fun.
Thanks for joining us on yet another great episode of Movies for the People. We know everything, but we cannot prove anything. However, I can tell you that it is a damn good movie.